and could give the Lions a rumble. Verona, though, must be thinking in terms of getting in with a victory today. That's their power. Back upstairs to you guys.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. The opening kickoff sails into the end zone. Immaculate Conception will take over at the 20-yard line. Here's how the Lions set up on offense. Up front, Cesar Avalone, Deshaun Rucker, Kevin Connor, and the strongest part of that offensive line on the right side, Eric Shatterman and Jeff Kronheim. In the backfield, the Lions have Kevin Gibbs and Scott Wolf in their split back look. Gil Ross is the flanker. The split end is Lateef Bradley, and Al Florence is the tight end. The quarterback is a senior, Gene Theobald, his first year at quarterback. A Phi baseball player and the last in the long line of Theobald brothers to play for Immaculate Conception. Gibbs gets the call and is wrapped up immediately for no gain. Let's check the defense for the Verona Hillbillies. They come in at 6-1 on the year, and up front they have Al Ruglio, Dave Marion, Ron Newman, and Ken Jennings. The linebackers, the left outside linebacker is the cousin of Dave Marion, Greg Marion, Dave Anico, Anthony DeSantis, and Rob Naruki. And in the secondary, Steve Cavello, Pat Ward, and Jeff Cole. On 2nd down and 10, Theobald going to the air, and it is tipped by Anico. The intended receiver was Florence, and it's 3rd down.
They continue that kind of coverage. I think you can expect quarterback Theobald to go to Ross on fly pattern. He's one-on-one, you know, and he's got as good a chances at football as a defender.
Theobald this season 47 for 107 for 611 yards. He has thrown 4 touchdowns, but has been intercepted 10 times. 3rd and 10, just underway. Colonial Hills conference matchup between the Lions and the Hillbillies. Gibbs gaining 6, but short of a 1st down, and so a punting situation. And Verona should get good field position out of this exchange. Gibbs started the season, Bill, in fine fashion. In the season opener, he had 157 yards. The following week, in the win against Whippany Park, he had 106 yards. Since then, it's been a little bit of a struggle for the senior. John Finnegan on the sideline, speaking to Gibbs. Theobald to punt. Steve Cavello standing at his own 45-yard line to receive it. The Hillbillies come through, almost get it. Cavello with a little trouble handling it, finally circles from his 42-yard line. Gets into Immaculate territory, and the Hillbillies will take over at the 44-yard line. Here's how they set up. Up front, Al Ruglio, Ron Newman, Jason Kakuza, Dave Buzzin, and Dave Marion. The backs and receivers, Rob Naruki, the left halfback, replacing the injured Jeff D'Angelo. Dave Anico is the fullback, Cam Wallace the right halfback, and the 2 ends are Greg Marion and Pat Ward. The quarterback is Steve Cavello. Cavello, a 5'11", 175-pound senior. And on the first play, it's a short handoff to Dave Anico. Anico picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Defensively for the Lions, a 5-man front. Steve Lauderhan, Jeff Kronheim, Pierre Sanin, Deshaun Rucker, and Al Florence. 2 linebackers, Shatterman and Connor. And deep, Reggie Johnson, Scott Wolf, Gene Theobald, and Gil Ross. This is Naruki. Naruki bouncing off a tackler and has a 1st down inside the 35-yard line.
The key to that offense, Matt, you check the 2 offensive guards. Watch those 2 offensive guards pull and trap on that play, you know, and they lead the way. They open the holes. They're efficient blockers.
Naruki with 186 yards on the ground coming into this game, including 117 last week in the win against Chatham. Ball is free on the ground as Wallace loses it, but I believe it's been recovered by the Hillbillies. Cam Wallace, the senior, injured in the first game, came back for the Glen Ridge game 2 games ago, lost the ball momentarily, but it was recovered by Verona, and they wind up with a gain of about 3 yards.
That play should have been stopped behind the line.
Theobald popping the ball free, but it looks like it was recovered by Ruglio. So it's second down, and it's Anico's turn, and the big fullback close to a first down.
Dave Marion put an excellent block on the defensive tackle of Immaculate. Just drove him across the ball. I don't know if he pancaked him or not, but he certainly did move him a whole lot. They get that kind of offensive holes to run in, why there's going to be no stopping this Verona team.
Alex Kaplanovich on the sideline looking on in his second year at Verona. 3-6 last year. He said one of our goals was to reverse last year. We already have the 6 wins to reverse the 6 losses. He's hoping to pick up a few more. Measuring for the first down, and it is a first down by the length of the football.
And that's what I think we're going to see a lot more of, you know. Covello holding the ball inside, some quick traps, some slants, maybe a sweep to keep things honest, a rollout with the quarterback rolling out.
Covello only averaging about 6 passes per game, but they haven't had to throw the ball much. Cam Wallace along the left side, driven out of bounds by Theobald. Another first down for the Hillbillies. There have been some changes defensively made by Immaculate Conception for this game. One was philosophical, and that is, Bill, they hit all week.
Yeah, they did. Coach kind of felt like they were sitting back. You know, they had 3 or 4 losses in a row, and they're getting kind of lazy, I guess. And he hit them all week, and the kids seemed to respond. They responded well in practice, so I've been told. And Coach felt like they were ready today.
One of the physical changes that was made was Theobald was a linebacker, moved to safety for this game. Here's Anico on 1st and goal from the 6, and he is in. For Anico, his 12th touchdown of the season, and Verona on its first drive opens up a 6-0 lead.
No secret about that play. They just ran it off tackle. You know, they just powered off tackle. That was man-to-man blocking, I believe. They just blew people off the ball, and they continue to blow people off the ball. We're going to see somewhat of a rout. Immaculate is going to have to respond. They're going to have to do something different. They're going to have to, normally they're a blitzing team and a slanting team. They got to get off the ball a lot quicker. They're slow off the ball right now.
Covello on for the extra point following Anico's 6-yard run. 8:07 on the clock. It is an official clock. We'll give you the officials in just a moment. Jeff Cole, the holder, and the ball seemed to fall out of Cole's hand. And then Covello tried to pick it up and run with it. They have tried a couple of 2-point plays out of the fake extra point try. In fact, they're 4 for 4. No, I think that was just a mistake. We'll take a look at it. Let's see what happened here, Bill. I think the ball might have just slipped and fell. Let's see what happened. Cole does a good job pulling it down. That's what it was. It slipped. It fell as he put it down.
You know, the field is still a little damp, maybe a little piece of mud. I'll make up an excuse for him. Maybe a little mud on the ball.
Let's take a look at that touchdown run by Anico, his 12th of the year, and the running offense has looked awfully impressive.
Yeah, that's that offensive line now. Matt, I believe you could have run that in from the tailback position. There's a lot of room to run. That offensive line from Verona was impressive when I saw him work out in practice on Wednesday. They look like a hitting group, you know, and they're off the ball. They're off the ball very quick. They're a well-coached offensive line. And unless Immaculate does something to break that down, shoots gaps, or get in that backfield before they get started, they're going to have a devil of a time.
Scott Wolf handles the kickoff at the 10-yard line, and the senior returns it to the 30-yard line, so a good return for Scott Wolf. Let's see what Immaculate can do on their second possession of the first quarter. Our officials this afternoon: the referee is Win Kornreich, the umpire John Renato, the linesman Doug Donnelly, the field judge Ed Conklin, the back judge is John Schrump, and the clock operator up here in the booth standing right next to us, Norm Spencer.
Happens to be an outstanding officiating team.
Theobald, the senior, last year a tight end and a good one at that, but Ibn Webb graduated and they needed somebody to come out of the quarterback spot, and they turned to Theobald, keeping the ball and picking up about 2. John Finnegan on the sideline, 7th year at Immaculate Conception, 31, 28, and 2 overall.
That could have been a quarterback draw, either a quarterback draw or a busted play. Take your pick. Let's say quarterback draw. he just didn't give it time enough to develop. And he